Fascism has had a massive impact, leaving a lasting memory that affected nearly every societal aspect of Italy and the complete reconstruction of Italian cinema for decades following. Fascism began in the 1920s and was led by Benito Mussolini, who advocated for Italian nationalism, and evidently took control over the country in the mid 1920s. After around 2 decades of this brutal totalitarian regime, with the collapse of Nazi Germany in April 1945, Mussolini was captured by Italian partisans and executed by firing squad, leading to the end of the Italian fascist regime. In this video essay, I'll be exploring fascism in post-war Italian cinema and looking at two films that deal heavily with themes of fascism, which is Rome Open City 1945 and Amarcord 1973. After the war, Italians, through filmmaking, were able to translate their thoughts, opinions, traumas, and experiences under the fascist regime onto the cinema screen. Ricky states that fascism provides an uncomfortable antecedent to the heroic moment of post-war neorealism and cinema's much-vaunted role in national reconstruction. Italian neorealism, which is arguably one of the most important film movements, spawned from the death of Italian fascism. These post-war neorealist films often obtained thematic focuses on the poor and working class, reflecting the country's suffering under the fascist regime. One of the most renowned films from neorealism is Roberto Rossellini's Rome Open City. Rome Open City dealt with and depicted the hardships Italians faced during World War II. The film is set in the first half of 1944, where the Roman people endure Nazi occupation while much of the nation undergoes civil war as Italian resistance fighters struggle against the fascists. Rossellini, through his own personal experiences and memories under fascism, successfully captures and conveys this struggle. Joseph Luzzi states, Rossellini, in a classic neorealist fashion, conveys explicit political and social messages that challenge the viewer to connect his work to the larger task faced by Italians, which is remaking their country after the physical devastation and moral degradation caused by 2 decades of fascism and a world war. The next film, although being made several years after the end of neorealism, is Federico Fellini's Amarcord. Similar to Rossellini, Fellini used his personal experiences of fascism to structure this film. The scenes and events are heavily made up of memories from Fellini's own childhood, causing many to agree that this film is almost semi-autobiographical. Amarcord itself, although still focusing on Italy under the fascist regime, steers away from the thematic focuses used by the neorealists, and instead deploys a more satirical comedy and drama type approach. It is set in the same small town Fellini grew up in and follows around a teenage boy showing his perspective of the fascist regime. The film heavily criticizes fascism throughout, and inserts that fact into almost every aspect. Peter Paschal states, Fellini has dispensed with the two most strongly unifying elements of a traditional narrative, the plot and characters, and instead used themes such as bullying, adolescent sexuality, perverted religiosity, as well as visual motifs to link fascism with almost every scene in the film. Overall, fascism has had a tremendous impact on the Italian film industry, leading to the creation of one of the most influential film movements and the creation of countless influential Italian films that confront fascism head-on. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed.